Hi everyone. My name is Akam George Boeti, and there is my project. I'm presenting on the Ghana dataset visualization for the Galamsey, and I've named my project Ghana River Water Quality Dashboard. So it analyzes the pollutants and then the environmental impacts in the Ghana rivers. So it has two pages. One is for the dashboard, and one talks about the project. So let me go to the about. The about talks about the project itself containing the rivers and then the pollutants and then the parameter or the physical parameters. So we have the pH, we have the total dissolved solids, and then we have the conductivity and then the hardness, which include the calcium and the magnesium. So which means that the calcium and magnesium makes water hard as well. And then it's also talks about the visualization tools for the project. Okay, so let me go to the dashboard. The dashboard talks about the rivers. And then when you look at the right side, it talks about the pollutants and the information on the pollutants. So let me go to the bottom. The bottom we have two visualizations. We have the the histogram aspect, and then we have the linear aspect for the visualization. Um Let me talk about the colors. The colors, the red means it is more harmful, and then the orange means it is neutral, and then the green means it is less harmful. So let me click on a river. For River Odan water quality, when you check the histogram, comparing it to the WHO standard, we can see that all the chemicals are above the WHO standard, which means that River Odan water is more harmful to the environment. So let's look at arsenic. The level for arsenic is higher than the WHO standard. So let's read the arsenic information or the pollutant information. When we look at arsenic, it says that arsenic is a toxic heavy metal that can cause skin lesions, cancer, cardiovascular diseases, and developmental effects. And then it says that the sources or the main causes of the arsenic pollutant is by mining, it's caused by industrial waste, it is also caused by the natural deposits. And we know that this dataset is from our illegal mining, which is the Galamsey. So it's mainly caused by the Galamsey. And then when we look at the environmental effects, it is being caused by it causes what skin damage, it causes circulatory system problems, it also causes the increased cancer risk. So let me go to the river brim. I click on river brim, let me go to the visualization. I can see that for river brim, when you look at the chromium pollutant, you can see that it's lower than the WHO standard, which makes it less harmful. But when you look at the arsenic level for the river brim, we can see that the level is higher than the WHO standard, so it also becomes more harmful. So the lead also is higher than the WHO standard, so it's also more harmful to the environment. So let's read for the lead. Lead is also explains that it's a toxic metal posing severe health risk, especially for children, affecting brain development. So it's also caused by mining. When we look at the environmental effects, it's caused neurological damage, development delay in children, and then it causes anemia as well. So, based on all the rivers, when we look at the levels of the pollutants, we can say that River Brim arsenic level is okay. Um, Galamsey pit, the chromium level is okay. When we look at the river brim, we can say that the chromium level for river brim is neutral, so it has to be worked on to to be minimalized. But the rest of the rivers, they are very, 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 very bad as well. And then let's talk about the graph. For River Brim, the graph 2, when we look at the linear graph, its hardness is very, very low. When we look at the TDS, it's also very, very low. When we look at the conductivity, it's also very, very low. It doesn't meet the ideal range and the ideal range max. And then when we look at its standard comparison, we can see that the arsenic level compared to the WHO standard is high. It doesn't mean the WHO standard. When we check it compared to the US EPA standard, it's high. It doesn't meet it. When we check it compared to the Ghana standard, it's high. It doesn't meet it. It goes on and up to the pH. pH 2, it is lower than the WHO standard. So it's quite more of what acidic. And when we check the US and EPA standard, it doesn't meet it. So it's more of acidic, and on to Ghana, it's more of acidic. So looking at the project, the rivers are all dangerous to human effects. Yes, they are all dangerous to human effects as well. And this is my project for the Galamsey. And thank you.